watching VTuber Friendship Goes Up in Flames by Static Tokyo. Go follow and subscribe and like, please. That's my friend.
Alright, this doc is long as shit.
Is this too quiet?
Pages.
You want me to turn it up?
And Radia, two VTubers who appear to be very close, like years back close. Even part of a group
better,
called
Dinky Mara?
Project
Okay.
STEM. Radia claims in her document that Adora was doing a whole slander campaign against her, claiming Radia is manipulative, greedy.
I heard about this on Twitter. Like, I saw it all when it was going down, but I didn't say anything about it because I didn't read the doc, and I don't speak on things that I don't read about whenever it's in the VTuber community, to be honest. If I haven't read the doc or haven't, like, tried to, like, look between, like, both people involved in the situation, I usually don't say anything about it. So if you ever are confused, like, Mara, why aren't you saying anything about insert this here, or insert drama here, or insert like allegations here, or insert politics here, sometimes even it's because I'm literally just not going to speak on that shit unless I have read up on it. And if I haven't read up on it and I don't know anything about it, then I'm not going to say anything publicly. I am a firm believer of you should only speak on things that you're educated about, and if you're not educated about something, or if it's just strictly opinion and there's no reason why you came to that opinion, you should shut your mouth. Because yes, the speech is free, but you're also free to catch these hands.
Also tried to say Radia lied about her medical history, her education and career, and that Radia was money hoarding, while also digging up info on Radia's personal background.
That's crazy.
Flag on the play.
No, wait, because that's exactly what Vanilla was doing to me, where she was, like, going out of her way to, like, falsify information and just lie on me behind the scenes. And
then when niggas started to dig deeper, she would just play victim if she didn't have leverage to, like, control or threaten that particular person.
No, that's literally what Vanilla did, though. That's literally the same thing. I feel like they all just use the same playbook, guys. Like, manipulators and liars, they kind of all just use the same playbook. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to talk shit about this person and lie on them. As soon as they stop giving me what I want, / being useful to me, and I don't have anything to hold over them so that they stay on my side, I'm going to, go out of my way to lie on them instead, because that is smart, and I am smart.
I'm not a news channel.
Oh my gosh, wait, he used Tony? Was that Tony? That's Tony, guys! That's Tony! That's crazy! Read! Ousting from Project STEM. That's crazy.
North. Radia had a great time chopping it up with the homies.
Wait, I've seen...
All this shit started in Anime North.
Wait, I've seen that person before on Twitter. I've seen her. I can't remember her name. Oh no, I've seen her too. That's the Moth Girl. She has such a pretty model. I've seen these two before outside of them. I've seen them by themselves, like somewhere else. I remember when they were getting like harassed or something because they got banned on Twitch for having huge ass bonker honkers. Which honestly, I think that this is like too much, but that's because I just think that any kind of like, yeah, my boobs are basically the entirety of my torso unless it's real life is just too much fictionally. I feel like it's kind of cringe.
Now, I want everyone to know, while Adora did get Palmetto and Fernari to do this, they had no clue what extent Adora's intentions were, or at least where Adora was gonna take this. She was being accused of being a compulsive liar, lacking gratitude, and for having bad
that's fucking weird.
The group. And that's when they basically...
Lacking gratitude being on the list of, you are a bad person is crazy work. Lacking gratitude. Let's be fucking for real. It might be a slight moral issue, but it isn't really like a crime to have a hard time showing gratitude. Like, that's like the basic autistic person's like very existence. Lacking gratitude, you must be a horrible person. Jump off a bridge. Anyway, saying someone lacked gratitude to me puts a red flag on the one saying it more than the one being accused.
She then says that she will keep her schedule since it's pretty light. Nothing like 5 days a week, so she doesn't overbook herself. Adora then tries to push Radia into taking a longer break from streaming, specifically telling her to detach from streaming, and that she is saying this out of a place of love. I'm gonna be real with you. If a nigga says it's from a place of love, it usually isn't from a place of love.
But if it was coming from a place of love, you could say it nicer.
Adora then says she wants the old Radia back, not the one worrying about numbers and money.
I want the old Radia head ass. Oh my god.
Adora is basically trying to say that Radia is becoming like a numbers and money focused type of...
Bro, she literally wants her to flop so bad. She wants her to stop so that she can grow past her and she can talk shit so that she doesn't look at her fucking socials. That's why she wants her to turn off her phone, so she doesn't look at her socials while she's talking shit on fucking Twitter. Shut the fuck up, bro.
I don't have you down for any collabs.
If you come back to streaming, I'm not your friend anymore. Because she's probably getting bigger than you and you're jealous? Okay, ho.
And she said she was only upset because the person she needed by her the most when she was suffering wasn't really around. And also states she wished the intervention wasn't her getting jumped. Adora says she understands it, but there was unfortunately not really an easy way to do it.
Oh, bullshit.
And said it was needed for the sake of healing to happen.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Yeah,
Lydia was then submitted to the hospital 4 days after. Her heart was like on 10. My resting heart rate was 115. She was talking to her partner, Digital Baker, during this time, and radio while her heart rate is
Bro, my heart rate is at 115 when I'm on like hella fucking
nothing, was reluctant to go to the
Red Bull and scared.
Fear of looking attention-seeking or wanting money, which is something Adora has put in Radia's brain at this point.
There are VTubers who lie that they're like dying or sick or are in hospital and stuff to get clout, but like I feel like you shouldn't just assume that people are lying, and you should just ask for if it's like, oh, this isn't adding up, what they're saying isn't adding up, you should ask for proof or something. Like, oh, do you have like a an after visit summary or something? I know that my hospitals in my area, they give us like after visit summaries where it tells us like, okay, this is what your heart rate was during the encounter, this is what your blood type and like all your information is, blah 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 blah. Like, I know my stuff does that. I don't know if it's the same in other areas, but also just, like, asking for, like, hey, like, can I see a bill or something? Like, that might be helpful. But, like, really, I feel like, assuming someone is lying is automatically weird. Unless you have reason to believe that they are lying. And everything that Radia is saying, like, there's no reason to believe that she is lying about this. Because, like, everything adds up. I'm so confused. I don't get it.
And Adora sent a copy of the document that the other members of Project STEM helped create to Digital Vagrant, Radia's partner. Oh, by the way, I should make it known that Digital Vagrant
I'm just saying, also, not to hate on Pomato Fanari, but automatically believing what one person is telling you with no proof whatsoever is insane work. Like, y'all are ganging up on this girl who didn't even do shit just because Adora Bunny said some bullshit. What are we fucking doing, bro? Everybody involved in the situation is grown, and y'all just believe in what somebody else says instead of learning and coming to your own conclusions. Like, you could have fucking asked the girl if any of this was correct and tried to hear her out before jumping her in a fucking voice call and saying, giving an quote-unquote intervention, and then writing a doc on her when you don't even know her side of the story. Like, what the fuck? This shit is ass, bro.
Is actually the one that wrote most of this document. Whenever you see writing in blue, that's Radia herself. Writing in green is a whole different person we haven't even talked about yet. So Adora altered the whole document and removed every point that mentioned her before sending it, without telling the other people on Project STEM that helped work on it that she changed it. She didn't say shit.
Stuff like this is why people like us don't go outside, yeah.
Ate breakfast.
So they believed her because they were given manipulated evidence unknowingly. I don't know, man. I would just go ask and be like, hey, Radio, is any of this true? Because I feel like I've known you too, just like I've known Adora, and I feel like that this isn't the kind of shit you'd pull. So I'm just gonna ask you, are you doing this, or, like, am I tripping? That's what I would have done. It's what I have done in the past. So, like, I don't know, man.
And from what I've heard, you were eating just fine.
Yeah, I felt fine after, like, I voided my body. I felt fine. And Radia.
That's not how that works.
No, that is how that works, because I would literally feel sick and go ahead and dog some crazy ass, fucking greasy ass, nasty ass, dirty ass, dingy ass food that came from like the most hole in the wall, nasty ass fucking place with a whole rat sitting in the corner eating a slice of pizza too. And I'll literally have an upset stomach, wanna vomit, and still eat that shit. So what the fuck are we talking about? Like, people are different, people have different bodies, and especially when you're used to going in and out of surgeries like how Radia is, apparently, and you're used to having health issues like Radia is, apparently, you eat when you can fucking eat. Shut up! Shut up! Just because you can't do it doesn't mean I can't. Shut up! Oh my god, this is pissing me off so bad. Oh my god. If I was Radia in this situation, I would have fucking crashed out. Oh! Like, what are we doing? Oh my god.
Last month, I wasn't able to eat properly for 2 days. I couldn't hold down a cracker. Because my body rejected everything so bad, I was throwing up.
Because you're not used to being sick.
2 in the afternoon.
Because you're not used to being sick. When you're used to being sick, for instance, me, I have an allergic reaction once every day. And I still go around and do my shit and eat what I have to eat. Because I'm fucking used to being sick. When you're not used to being sick, of course you're gonna fucking just have a hard time doing anything. You're not used to it, bro. Oh my god. Chat, I'm like so angry. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. This is actually crazy. I'm so angry. Okay, bro. I had really bad food poisoning. Like, last year during Comic-Con, I ate a rice ball. I was literally pooping mucus, bro. Like, it was so bad. Sorry, that's really gross. But like, it's really TMI. I took a full poop once, and I felt better. And I was eating normally for the rest of the day. I had a ham and cheese sandwich. I had a whole fucking, like, 2 Red Bulls. No, I think I only had 1 because I was drinking them during Comic-Con because I was waking up so early. You get it out of your body once, and you're fine sometimes. You're fine sometimes. That's just how it works. So once again, what do you mean? I had a bad stomach bug, or I had food poisoning and I couldn't eat for 2 days. Maybe you're just weak. I don't know. Maybe you're just not used to being sick. Because when you're used to being sick, and shit like that happens, you're like, oh, okay, this is the typical, like, day for me. I'll get back to it being right in 20 seconds, even if I'm not 100%, like, I'll feel okay. Like, maybe you're just not used to being sick. I don't know, man. Maybe you should be happy that you're lucky enough to have never felt that bad consistently over the course of weeks and months of your life. How about that? Like, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? I'm so angry. I'm so angry, God. I didn't think I could finish this video, like, on stream.
During like dinner, Radia brought up that she ate some blue rare steak. Huh? I don't know if y'all know what blue rare steak is. It's where the internal temperature of the steak is so low that it's barely even cooked. So I can understand the possibility of at least feeling a bit yuck, especially if you haven't had it before.
Yeah,
like,
for me, if I ever have blue rare steak, I feel like even if it doesn't make me sick because it's like cooked bad or something, it would make me feel sick because I'm just not used to eating that. Why are there toes on my screen? Because we hit our sub goal. We hit our sub goal of 25 subs, so partner digital variant. Vagrant, sorry.
Digi was then thinking about this nonstop for 2 days, with also trying to help Radia as much as he could, while trying to get her to speak up. Adora hits up Digi again. And
okay,
Digi
but that's your partner, so like Digi on your behalf. And Digi on your behalf, did you ask? Well, let's wait and see.
Anything out of the ordinary until Adora would start adding in accusations that just sounded doodoo butter or made no fucking sense.
Yep, okay. So he clocked it. See, that's what I'm talking about. So how come Pomato and Fenari didn't clock it? Like, you know this person, quote unquote, as well as you say you do, but you don't clock that shit doesn't sound right? Because if I was, for instance, if I was friends with somebody, I would clock, like, no, because somebody tried to lie on my friend. And I clocked, like, that doesn't sound like that person. What the fuck are you saying? Like, bro, chat.
Radia then starts to finally talk. And that's when Digi's like,
hold up. Bro, shawty trifling. She must be from Dirty Dogs.
She must be from Dirty Dogs.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
He then confronts her, basically saying the way the conversation went was just hostile and was never going to go well. And that
I still need to watch this video. The whole situation was wild. Yeah, we're not going to watch the whole video here because we want to send people to Static's channel. But 100%, like, go ahead and follow Static Tokyo. Go ahead and watch the video yourself on your own time. This is a good video, though. I'm pissed for Radia. Like, I feel so bad for her.
Adora's like, well, what would you rather us do with your perfect hindsight? Digi then says he doesn't understand
that made me cringe so bad. Your perfect hindsight. Eat my ass, bro. What the hell are you talking about, you stupid doodoo butter ass? Ooh, I almost said some words that I can't say.
Adora and Pomato then hop in a call with Digi, to where Adora was refusing to apologize and only repeated the reasoning for her actions.
Okay, my question is, why are y'all jumping in calls to jump people? Like, why are y'all coming in duos and triples and, like, if it's a problem, do it one-on-one. Like, I personally get icked whenever somebody is like, oh, I have a problem. So, I'm gonna bring, like, my 3 friends and, 2 people who have nothing to do with the situation and, I'm bringing the Holy Ghost and God, and, actually Satan's coming too. And, we're all gonna talk to you about what you did that made me feel bad. Like, what are we doing? If I did something to you that made you feel bad, talk to me one-on-one. As soon as you bring a group of people, I'm getting icked. Cause why the fuck do you feel the need to jump me to get your point across? Because you wanna brute force your opinion down my throat. And bitch, I don't swallow dick.
Radia did a stream with another content creator where she made a comment, which, not gonna lie, as a nigga that's read both docs already, the statement was a slight diss towards
Okay.
Project STEM. Basically, like, the whole thing was about how relationships in the VTuber space are transactional and off-putting, etc., etc. Showed the clip.
COVID did degrade the ability for humans to, I think, have meaningful conversation in many ways. And also, there is this kind of decay with relationships in which many things are really transactional.
In general, VTubing as a whole, I feel like there's a lot of people who like, I feel like maybe probably even before COVID, that were just like, they see VTubing as very transactional and like there's no need to have like friends with people or anything. Unless you can earn something from them or gain something from them. And obviously there are true friendships that you can find in this space. I mean, I found really good friendships in this space. Some would even say great or amazing friendships. But I do think, however, that COVID has degraded a lot of this. But I think it's not just COVID. I think it's also just like the fact that sympathy is like in a severe deficit. As of right now, there is no sympathy on any side for anyone outside of their side at the moment, and it's embarrassing, in my opinion. Especially coming from like fucking adults. Like, it's different when it's kids, because kids just have a harder time feeling things in general because they don't know how they're supposed to experience life. But there are grown people out here. There are grown people out here who like don't know how to communicate, don't want to, and go out of their way to start shit for no reason instead of, I don't know, shutting the fuck up, because if you don't want to communicate, how is that my problem? If you don't want to talk, how is that my fault? Speak or shut the fuck up. Stop lying on people and going behind people's backs. Like, that's so stupid. It's the dumbest thing you can do.
And you see this in streaming. There are so many things in streaming that are incredibly transactional. You can have people that are really good friends. However, there's a lot of times where minor inconveniences can become the end of a friendship. No one wants to take time to actually go through the pain of cultivating a friendship. Or if they do, it is very few people that want to go through the pain of communication, proper communication, mind you, not just, you know, ham-fisted communication.
To speak from, like, even my personal experience in the VTubing community, 100%, or just in streaming in general, 100%, there are so many streamers who, like, go out of their way to, like, fuck communication, to, like, kind of, like, end friendships in VTubing. Like, you will have a completely normal, typical, like, friendship in VTubing, or streaming as a whole. And then all of a sudden, like, they will just not like one thing you did, or not like the fact that you don't talk to one person, even if you're okay with them talking to that person. And this is something that has happened to me. Or like, or you have tried to communicate with them, and they will go out of their way to be like, this person has never communicated with me ever, even though you have tried to, and they just chose to lie because they didn't want to talk about their faults. Or this person hates this person when, okay, but I still let you talk to them, so how is that my problem? Like, you can be friends with whoever the fuck you want to be friends with. I'm allowed to not want to be friends with that person too. It doesn't have to be a fucking problem. You can like somebody and I can not like somebody and we can still love each other. I don't get it. But in VTubing, in streaming, in so much of this, oh my fucking god. The amount of people who go out of their way to make such a mountain out of a tiny molehill. In Minecraft, we should bring back, I'm not gonna finish that joke. Anyway.
On June 11th, that's when Adora and I think Tomato and Funari told her about the stream. Radia then tried to apologize and even stated in the call that she knows what she said was wrong.
That's why
it's the truth, though.
Yeah, but apologies are words.
It's the truth.
Actions are where the real apologies are.
Oh my god, she's pissing me off so bad.
It's
I'm
hard
so
to
sorry.
believe.
Actions are where the real apologies are? Okay, but have you seen any of her actions match any of the words Adora has been giving you? Oh god. I'm so behind on what's going on in the VTuber sphere. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, buddy. You do not want to be a part of this. Oh my god. Static, please.
Her sense of self-worth went down. She stopped taking care of herself. She went and talked to others.
Oh my god. I'm gonna cry for her. I feel so bad.
Much, the shit starts to become harder to keep track of. Niggas started to come forward and recount the lies Adora told, and when Radia and Adora stopped talking, Adora started moving convos to VCs. So the shit talk you see in the document might not even be all of it.
That's
We
crazy.
have a list of testimonials that we will go through.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
But you know, once Shotty is in the hospital and Digi is crying over the phone thinking he's going to lose his girl, Laser started to lock in. Laser and Adora were, you know, on stream, helping each other out, the whole sheboying.
Oh my god, that glizzy is huge as hell!
And Adora is like confused.
Who are we talking about?
Upset, and even cries a little, saying nothing is wrong. But when Later asks for the truth, Adora goes cold, tries stop, tone shifts. She tries talking about something off topic and blames Radia for the declining mental health and how Radia is delusional, and it's a narrative cooked up by her and Digi. Basically, Shotty's lying her out.
She literally flipped the entirety of what she said, of what she was doing, being delusional and fucking psychotic, and is flipping it on Radia. Projection. Classic projection from a manipulator. Classic projection. Classic projection. Get the fuck out. Oh my god, she's a narcissist, guys. She has to be. This is narcissism like at its peak. Oh my god. She told her to get rid of things that made her happy and made her money for her. Stop streaming or else I won't be friends with you again. Narcissism. Oh my god. I can feel the brain worms. I can feel them. Oh my god.
At this point, it's clear Adora is lying, and he peeps it. The fake tears, the frustration, at being able to answer simple questions. Laser starts talking to others, and it's obvious Adora just makes shit up. Everyone had a different story. Shotty is so ass at lying. She was making shit up on the fly.
Oh my god, bro.
Nobody had the same story. Shotty thought she was Ayano Koji or something. I don't fucking Laser then says that there were other VTubers
I love Ayano Koji
going on and had the power to stop it, but they just didn't, to like save their own skin, I presume.
Yeah, the only thing that I would say about that is that even if it's not to like save your own skin because like there's somebody who's bigger than you or something doing like fuck shit, there's also the issue of like, for instance, if I know that I'm not a victim of somebody, but I know somebody who is a victim of somebody, I'm not gonna come out and say anything about it because I feel like it should be up to the victims to speak first, and nobody should try to like empty their dirty laundry unless the victims want to bring it up. I think that it's dirty and weird and gross to do that because it's like a consent thing. So I'm not gonna talk about something and unless the other person speaks up first. That's how I hold it. That's how I do. So when they are ready to speak, I will tell them like, I'm gonna be there for you when you speak. I'm gonna be by your side. I'm going to help as much as I can, but I'm not gonna say anything first because that's not my business to say. Not even because you're not my business, because as my friend, you are my business, but that's not my business or my space to say something. When I have not been affected by it the same way you have, I feel like it's a spit in the face of victims. Right, too many folks that don't have any links try to make those situations about themselves. Literally this. Literally that. Literally that. I just feel like if I have not personally been affected by this person, or even like, if they're saying something that's like bad overall, and like that thing that they said that was bad affects me, then I will say something about it. Or if like they say something that harms me, then I will say something about it. But if they're saying something that harms somebody else who I know, I don't feel like it's right to have an opinion on it, aside from I want to support you as my friend and I'm going to do my best for you as my friend. When you are ready to speak about it, or when you are ready to say what you want to say about it, or when you do say what you want to say about it, I'm going to be there for you because that's what a friend does. That's what an ally does. That's what a friend does. If you go out of your way and you're saying shit that doesn't have anything to do with me, that doesn't attack me in any way, and my friend is like saying, oh, this harms me, I'm gonna be like, damn, that fucking sucks. What can I do to help? But if it's like, oh, this person hurt me, then I'm gonna speak up about it because then that's my shit to bear. That's my shit to hold because that's my business now because it is affecting me. But if it doesn't affect me, I'm gonna hold until somebody else says something about it, and then I'm going to support them because they had their own shit, you know. And I want to support my friends. I feel like that's fair. It's really wild how long Adora was able to get away with this. To be honest, like you just have to look at the supposed terrible people she used to interact with, and eventually there's one common denominator. Oh God.
I'm gonna get them both in a call, and we're going to talk like adults. Yeah, that shit didn't happen at all. So basically, Adora just didn't speak. However, at the beginning of the call, Radia did mention a lawyer. So Radia did say in her doc she kept her speech limited in fear of like legal action or whatever. Even though she was the one to record this call, not even Radia. So kind of an interesting...
Why are we recording calls, bro? Like, why are we Maybe it's because I live in a blue state, but recording calls usually doesn't work if you want to use it as proof in any way, unless everybody knows, all parties know, that they're going to record a call. So why are we recording calls? Like, depending on where Radia lives, like if Radia lives in New York or something like that, like for me, in a two-party consent state or an all-parties consent state, if Radia lives in one of these states, she can sue her legally. She's within her right because it's within her jurisdiction. She's within her right, especially if she's using it to slander her. Ooh, she could sue the shit out of her pants. Oh my god, she can ruin this bitch's life! Stop! Stop! I'm so sorry. Sorry, that was my legal brain coming out. I really like law, so.
Adora, how did Radia break your trust and hurt you?
I don't think it really matters at this point to say.
Huh? And then when bro was like, do you even think Radia deserves an apology? He said,
I'm sorry, genuinely, that it came to this and that we hurt each other and feel these ways. Because that's not cool.
I'm sorry that we hurt each other.
Up her
Eat my dick.
To which
eat my fucking cock, you dumb bitch.
You drove me to Adora.
I really, genuinely hope you can get some help.
The call went absolutely fucked.
Oh my god! I'm ascending. I'm going to literally hang myself. Stop! What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry.
She didn't.
I needed another breath. I needed another breath. You drove me to attempt, Adora. You need help. What are we doing? Sorry.
You doxed me.
I did not dox you.
So that was a fucking lie.
We have screenshot proof of her doxing Radia's IRL name. So
God! Oh my god!
And Adora even put this in their response document. So interesting move.
But wait! There's more!
Now, Anarchy knows Radia pretty well and knows Radia is autistic. Shouts out to the niggas on the spectrum. And
oh my god, wait. Because remember earlier when I said, you're not grateful enough, you don't show enough gratefulness. That's an autism trait, and you can't really assume that somebody's a bad person off of assuming that they aren't feeling grateful because you can't view it and they're not showing it. And she's literally autistic. Guys, this is also ableism. She's also being ableist. Somebody please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It also has a fair amount of HDs, and I'm not talking Blu-ray. Adora, however, said it was an ongoing issue.
I have so many HDs as well. Free watch? No, this isn't free watch. Shut up. I just know because I'm autistic and ADHD myself. I'm not free watching.
She wasn't happy with the way Adora was going about expressing these concerns. Anarchy started getting suspicious and saw this whole thing as people just not being adults and hammering out their differences. The only thing Anarchy didn't believe was Radia using.
Are you gonna end up watching the entire video at this rate? It's too good. It really is. It's like she's going down a checklist of being a piece of shit. Literally that. Literally that. Like, what are we doing, bro?
Supposedly used it to get money, and he didn't see it coming off that way. Now, when Adora tried to undermine,
I'm nauseous. I'm gonna fucking throw up.
That's where shit got serious for Anarchy.
I'm gonna fucking throw up.
It became an attack on one of his close homies, Digital. Nigga was gonna spin the block on some Power Rangers SPD shit. He started talking to Digi. Come to find out, Digi had a completely different story to what Adora told me. So Anima, yeah, I'm calling this nigga Anima now.
Imagine, guys, not like going out of your way to be like, okay, so imagine I talk to Cyber Uno and I'm like, I can't believe Cool Gamer farted in my cereal. And then I go to Liger and I'm like, so Liger, Cool Gamer did something terrible to me. He took a shit in my cereal. And then I go to Trash Bag Rehab and I'm like, oh my gosh, Trash Bag, Cool Gamer did something horrible to me. He fucking pissed in my cereal. Obviously, when Cyber talks to Liger, they're going to find out that they heard two different things. And when Cyber goes to fucking Trash Bag, they're gonna be like, wait, fart or piss? What's the story? And then you're all gonna come together and be like, our stories aren't matching up. Like, are you dumb? Are you dumb? You must be so incredibly stupid. Oh, I feel so bad for your little pebble brain. Your little tiny pebble brain. I feel terrible for you.
Easier. Bro goes to Radia and asks what happened. And in my further evaluation, speaking with others behind the scenes as I'm editing this video, yeah, a lot of people did indeed know.
Angry Mama damn. Yeah, this shit pissed me off.
Despite Adora saying that she wanted to keep it a private matter, Anima decided to get on.
Guys, I'm gonna keep it a private matter, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell everybody who I ever knew about this private matter, and then I'm gonna tell them, oh, Uwu, don't make it public, and then they're going to make it public because you told everybody already.
And also, Radia isn't the only person she has done this rumor spreading bullshit to either. Oh man, this is reminding me of another situation. I'm getting flashbacks. Are you getting?
This is reminding me of the situation I had to deal with Vanilla Beans. That's what this is reminding me of. How long did this video take to make? I will say there were multiple nights where I texted Static and multiple days where I texted Static and I was like, are you busy? And he's like, this video's taking fucking forever. So, assumably a while. It was at least 3 weeks. But also I've been so busy myself that like my days have been blurring together. So, it might have even been longer than a month. But it was taking me, like, it's been so many days. Yeah, he was not sleeping at all. He would literally not sleep for days at a time trying to get this shit done. Because he, like, painstakingly goes through, like, all of the evidence. He does not, like, let anything go. He goes through every little thing to make sure that when he puts out the video, he has all the information he can. He doesn't, like, quick read some of it and then make an opinion piece like some of these other drama tubers do it. Like, he's actually, like, a good YouTuber if you want to know about what the fuck is going on. Because he will literally he will not only go through all of the evidence, he also leaves all of the evidence in the description every single video so that you can read for yourself and come to your own determination. Because he knows he has bias, because everybody has bias. Always. Run that shout out back, Cyber Uno. Go ahead and follow Static Tokyo, subscribe to Static Tokyo, like the Static Tokyo, all that. Give my brother some points, bruh. Give my brother some points. What if the feet PNG was a GIF?
They said it sucks that once a close friend ended up being a... Y'all can guess what I said in the comments.
You need to leave. You need to leave.
This shit was suspicious to Minerva, especially since everyone was just chilling with each other at Anime North. She wanted to mind her business and thought that her two friends would just figure it out themselves.
That is not correct.
Then she found out that Radia almost died, like literally. Adora then claimed she wants polite distance, but which we can see from the date, which is the 4th of June. A day later, on the 5th, is when...
Guys, I want distance. I want to be free from everything that happened to me. Hey, cool gamer. You want to hear about what this dude did to me? Like, what are we doing? I want distance. I don't want to talk about it. And then telling everybody lies! Nobody telling me the drama, shaking my head. Watch the video, Destiny.
Reasons and to be a better person to people around her. Yeah, how'd that go for you, Gengi?
I went distance. See y'all in an hour.
No! And saw this as a time to just calmly address why she and Adora haven't been making content together as of late. He made a short statement on stream and pinged her Discord, attempted to explain her separation from Adora without making it out.
And this is the one thing that I'm very lucky about when it comes to my community. My community, when I stop talking to somebody, when I stop interacting with somebody, when I stop streaming with somebody, or when I stop like hanging out with somebody in public or anything like that, y'all every single time have never like been like, hey Mara, what's the drama? Hey Mara, what's wrong? Hey Mara, what happened? Hey Mara, what's between you and this person? Y'all have never done that. Y'all always got out of your way to just be like, wow, okay, new Mara content anyway, guys. Like, y'all do not try to get any kind of drama. Y'all not trying to get no tea. Y'all are just enjoying yourselves and the content that I make. And honestly, that's what I love the most about you guys. You guys, you're not going out of your way to harass anybody or start any problems or trying to beg me for drama and, oh, I want to know what happened, Mama. I want to know what happened, because you know it's not really your business. And you're just here to enjoy the content. Same way I'm here to enjoy you guys being here for the content and making content for you. And that's okay. And it doesn't have to be anything more. And I'm really, really appreciative of that from you guys and how you guys never go out of your way to make my life harder. I think that's really cool. You guys are really nice to me. You guys make things so much easier as a VTuber when it comes to this kind of shit. Because, like, God, there are so many people who go out of their way to start shit for literally no reason. And I've seen so many communities go out of their way to, like, be like, oh, weigh in, what's the tea, VTuber that I watch? Like, it's not your business, man. How do you know we don't just have short attention spans? I knew people like that. If I'm involved in drama, that's just staying in the DMs. Exactly. Literally, unless other victims come out, I usually don't speak up about my shit because I feel like it's unfair. Especially since a lot of the people who have hurt me are like now way smaller than me numbers-wise, so it would seem like harassment. And I don't want to send harassment or like an overwhelming amount of like hate to anybody, even if they have even if they had done terrible things to me, and even if I think in my heart of hearts that they deserve it, because I do think that some of these people deserve anything that happens to them. If I were to like, if people were to like find out what they did and go after them, I think that they would deserve it because it's just the karma that comes with doing bad things and preaching bad things and lying on others. Like, karma comes back, it bites you in the ass. But I don't want me to be that hand that deals that justice because that is not on me. That is not my power in my hands unless other people say that they have had the same thing happen to them. And I also feel as though it's going to be like, I don't want to push anybody to want to harm themselves or anything. Even if I think that they deserve to be hated on for what they did. I don't want to push anybody to harm themselves or anything like that. I feel like that's like really fucking icky. So I don't, like, I've always said it before and I'll say it again. I don't believe in any form of harassment at all, even if the person deserves it, even if they are a bad person. That doesn't matter because it's harassment and harassment is always wrong. At the end of the day, yeah, I do think you deserve it. If you did something fucking terrible and then it comes to bite you in the ass. I think you deserve that. But I don't want to be the one to deal that blow because that's, like, I let go. I moved on. I grew past it. And I don't want to be the one to put you in your grave. That's not really my prerogative. Like, I'm not going to feel any kind of empathy or sympathy because you went out of your way to fucking start shit with me. I'm not gonna fucking feel any empathy or sympathy for you when you start going through that shit, cause fuck you. But I don't want to be the one who deals the blow. I think that's fucking ick. I think that's gross. It says ad starts in 39 seconds, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the ad right now. I'm gonna start the ad right now, okay guys? 3 minutes of ads, and then we're gonna finish the video. Wait, no, I said I wasn't going to finish the video. We're gonna... Oh my god. But yeah, in general, like, this shit is, like, really crazy. This reminds me of what so many people do inside of the fucking VTuber community. Oh my god. I need a raw dog loving tonight. Hog tie when the crop calls. Bruises on thighs and a rough ride. I just realized what the fuck you're singing. The fuck? Woof! 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 Beat you, I mean, all right.
And the message, at least to me, didn't seem to take a dig at Adora. You could argue that the section saying, as outlined by her hiatus, she has taken a period of mental and self-restoration spurred on by negative mental space, which caused her to do and say things that she regrets. Could be taken as a jab, I guess, but Adora's announcement says she wanted to be a better person to those around her, so it was clearly building off of that. I don't know, though. I don't find what Radius said as anything too crazy. Adora, however, started to shoot.
Because she takes everything personally because she's a fucking narcissist.
She then hits up Radius saying that her hiatus has nothing to do with her and not to speak on her behalf.
Oh my god, I love that meme!
Was like,
because why is she able to grab up his entire mouth in her hand? How is she able to do that? Sorry, I got like so sidetracked by that meme.
Another person, Alicia X Life or Alicia X Death, however you fucking know them, pick your poison, makes a statement on their Discord basically defending Adora. Don't blame Alicia specifically, as it is very possible and even seems so due to recent comments made on Twitter that she didn't know the extent of Adora's intentions or actions, basically saying that Radia's statement is bullshit and it was actually due to a conversation between her and Adora that spurred Adora to have a hiatus.
I will say though, and this is my personal opinion, from what I've seen, the way that Alicia like is very quick to witch hunt, it is not out of her character to just have witch hunted just because she likes the thrill. So I wouldn't really say that there is no blame on Alicia fully. I think that like obviously she was still misinformed, but I do think that there should still be some blame on her because she goes out of her way to witch hunt people very quickly. She's done it more than once inside of this space. So I don't know, man. It's actually what made me unfollow her because I was really like a huge fan of hers. I really liked her stuff. I like her reactions a whole lot. But I ended up unfollowing her because like it felt like every single post she made in the past, like, maybe, like, 6 months or so has been about drama. And it's really fucking frustrating to watch. Like, somebody who used to just talk about content and, like, living and their struggle and all of that stuff just turned into, like, I'm going to drama farm for clout because I have a bigger fan base now so I can bully people. It's like, I don't like that. I think that shit is cringe.
Now, as a nigga that fucks with Alicia, I personally think Alicia jumped the gun here a little bit. Now, for clarification, when Alicia is talking about Radia getting mad at one of her viewers, Radia says it wasn't the fact the viewers supported Alicia. It was the fact the nigga kept saying over and over that they couldn't support Radia and that they gave their money to their rat queen. So, it was more the fact bro was spamming this shit. Also, Radia claims she didn't pressure Alicia's community to do shit. She actually tried to not get buddy-buddy with Alicia because Adora was pursuing that friendship. Which, I don't know, I feel like Adora might be clout climbing.
You know, that's exactly why, Vanilla Beans tried to be friendly with me too, because she was clout climbing. I found out about that after the
Adora
fact.
continues to smear Radia's name. Here's a screenshot showing Adora dipping out of a D&D since Radia is involved. Adora then goes on to tell that person that people will get what's coming to them and reap what they sow.
Oh, shiver my timbers! Shut up, man!
Shiver me timbers! Shut up, man!
Thing to say to someone that Radia was just talking to. Bernard reached out to Radia via a call and apologized for her role in the intervention and said that her and Pomato had no idea Adora was going to edit the document and give it to Digital Vagrant. Fen also confirmed some of Adora's wrongdoings to just let her know that she isn't tweaking and how far the fire actually burns. And also with Pomato and Fen seeing what Shadi was doing, they did. Adora then gives like the only small...
Oh, okay, so now y'all gonna dip once you realize that it's lies and that you just fucking harassed somebody for no reason. I hope they at least fucking apologized. Maybe I won't unfollow them depending on if Adora is still following them. I mean, not Adora. Depending on if Radia is still following them and is friends with them again. Maybe I won't unfollow. But if Radia is still not talking to them after this, because they never apologized, I'm unfollowing them. Because that's fucking weird. Oh, I know this person oh so much that I would be in a fucking VTuber group with them. But I'm going to fucking not question if the shit that I'm hearing is the shit they actually did. Cringe.
Another one, thank you.
Okay, Radia has a list of ways the situation is still affecting her. Of course, for the sense of brevity, I won't be saying everything word for word, but due to the stress on top of chronic illnesses, she is now suffering from more physical ailments.
Hey, yeah, stress really fucks up your health really bad.
Which they say could likely be permanent. She's still having thoughts when thinking about the irreparable damage her reputation has taken. Due to the loss of income, her roommate that she was helping to pay for college had to actually move out.
Hey, look at this shit.
And due to mental and physical stress, her re-entry into college herself was delayed and she lost $10K of financial aid from her employer. Radia is still scared of Adora because it turns out Adora does like streaming full time, so I guess Shadi did have the time to be a D1 hater.
Yeah, I also can't go back to school, and I probably would have the money to do that if it weren't for a specific person who, like, ruined my financials, and it took me like over a year to fucking get my shit back together so that I could afford to live again. And literally, it's all thanks to you guys. No hate, no crazy shit. Like, it's actually all thanks to you guys. Like, if I wasn't streaming right now, I don't know what I would be doing, because I literally only have enough money to like stand on my 2 feet right now, even though it's still not like as much as I probably need if I were to like live in my own apartment or something. But like it's just enough where like I can actually like have wiggle room now, and I'm not like praying that I don't have a random thing come up where I have to spend money because I will be broke. Like now I can be like, oh yeah, I can pay that thing right now, sure, and not like feel super stressed out about not having money. I still have like the PTSD low-key, where I'm like, I look at my bank account, even if that's more than I've ever had in a while, and I'm like, oh, I'm so scared that like I'm going to not have enough if I spend on this. But like I haven't had any like actual negative, I haven't been zero or negative balance since the summer, I think. Since like the end of the summer during the donathon, I haven't been completely negative since. I've been low, I've been under 100 a couple of times, but right now I'm usually between like 500 to 700, which is the most I've ever had in my bank account in my life. Consistently, that wasn't from a large thing. So thank you guys so much for helping me out so much. It's actually crazy because like with work and with how well streaming's been doing, I've been able to actually pay my bills and stuff, and it's like I'm not stressed out anymore about paying things, and that's good.
Yeah, Shawty put up all the meds she has to take and why she has to take them, and the list is like as long as the CVS receipt. If you don't believe me, go look for yourself, my nigga. Matter of fact, take 2 seconds to look at the screen. It's so much shit, I can't fit it all without making
Yeah, that's all like shit that proves that
Shawty
she's
isn't capping about her.
Yeah.
Health. Anyways, Radia's final words says that Adora should face consequences for her actions, and that Adora has basically sniped anyone that has tried to check her shitty actions. That being said, though, she does say that if anyone decides to somehow look past what Adora has done, she hopes that Adora treats them kindly and that she overall becomes a better person. Just not around her, though, you know. Do that shit over there.
Literally what I said about the person who harmed me. Like, I hope you become a better person, but just don't do it next to me. I'm tired of you. I can't handle you no more.
Okay, time to be fair. Adora's response.
I was just gonna say that I recall you saying an hour ago that you're bad at React content, and yet you're killing this. No.
Prepare for this, because if you want to check if the VTubers being sincere when they get caught in some shit, hit Control F and search for the words sorry and apologies and basically any other synonym. As we can see here, Adora doesn't apologize a single fucking time in this doc. She said the word apologize once, with the context being, I do not apologize for talking to my friend. And sorry twice. One of them is quoting something Radia said during a stream. The other one being, I'm sorry I decided to talk to my friends because I was hurt. So...
So you're not sorry. Like, do you want to go back to school? Yeah, I do want to go back to school. I really, really want to go back to school. I want to finish. I still can't afford to yet, but, hopefully in the future I might be able to afford to go back to school. I figured out some stuff with DVRS where they will be able to pay for the rest of my school if I can just pay off the amount that I owe the school. If I can just pay off the amount that I owe the school, then, they'll pay for the rest of my college tuition, and I'll be able to finish. And that would be really good for me. So hopefully I can figure out how I can pay off the rest of my schooling and maybe finish it online. But yeah, as of right now, I can't afford to go back to school still. I have to push it back. I'm not sure when I'll be able to go back, but I'm really just prioritizing like not dying right now, to be fair. With the area that I live in and the way that everything in this country seems to be going downhill, I'm just trying to prioritize not dying. And I'll go back to school when I'm safe, when I know I'm safe and nothing's going to happen to me.
Stuff in case Radia did make a doc or speak publicly. Now, for the sake of not wasting your time, I'm only going to go over new information.
Sounds like another donut for the future. I don't know about that. It's a lot. I don't want to put that much money.
At the beginning. And yeah, basically everything in that list we covered is
you're gonna say from our school donut? No.
Apparently, she even brought up her financial issues during Project Stim's debut stream, which is also the stream where Radia yells at one of Alicia's chatters, saying, I won't feel sorry for you. Obviously, we know the reason due to Radia's... We just talked about it. Come on. This chatter kept spamming that they choose to support Alicia like over and over, and she just got tired of spamming. But I guess here they're saying the spamming of the same message didn't take place, but neither Adora or Radia can provide definitive proof of such, so I don't know. He said, she said, I guess. Adora shows another example of Radia talking about how streaming isn't really worth it, like the juice isn't worth the effort to squeeze type shit. Like every stream is like $50, which you stream every day.
What?
That's like a cool $1,500 payout, low-key. But,
like,
you know,
literally,
shit,
that's like, if every stream you're getting $50, that's a really good, like, what are we talking about, bro? That's literally, like, more money than I make at work. Come on, bro. Like, if you get, like, that much money at the end of the month, like, that's enough money, that's enough money, that's more money than I make at work. Unless you're talking about, like, 50 a stream and you're only doing, like, 2 streams a week, then that's different. If you're streaming, like, every day, like, you chilling, especially since you, like, doing this full time.
Adora then tries to bash in Radia's skull that Radia has motion. She pulls in good views and is easily the biggest one in the group at this time, saying she understands Radia's frustrations with normal work and the American health system, and said what else would she do with the free time she has.
What do you mean?
She could use it to do certification work or focus on her.
What else are you gonna do with the free time you have? You mean the 2 hours at most of free time that I have? Shut up. Cause like you working, you streaming, you got school. That's like 2 hours of free time after that, and you might be doing your homework in that 2 hours. What are we talking about?
A few times a week. Easy paper in your situation. Basically, it's just showcasing why the group thinks Radia is a bit ungrateful, which I can understand viewing it from that lens. Adora then explains that she doesn't really have bread either. Shawty was on Snap, which I think is like EBT or like food stamps or something. I'll put a Google search on the screen.
Well, yeah, I was on Snap at one point. We don't qualify for it anymore because
also used the Project
more than one person in the household is making money.
To go to Off-Kai. Now, the other members of Project Sim were already going, but they were just going like individually. They weren't going as a group. Radia didn't even let the group know that she wanted to attend Off-Kai as a group. Now, later in the hotel room during Anime North, or a day or two after the food poisoning incident, Adora complained that our flight to Off-Kai is more expensive.
Thank you for following Firehound Gaming 2002. Oh, you're a baby. You were born in 202.
Radia then says in an allegedly aggressive tone, she has to book herself a hotel, and decided to go for a sweet upgrade for $50 more. Adora is pretty confused because, once again, Radia didn't tell the girls about the stream Digi did on her behalf while she was there. They had no clue, like, how Shawty got bread now. And also, it was $50 extra for the whole stay. Crazy steal. This is the point
that's
where
not
the
bad
girls
at all.
like, we're gonna have to talk to Radia about this shit. And I do understand, like, talking to their friend about it. However,
that's a baby. What am I, sis? An infant.
Adora said that the altered list
is born in 2002 and I'm 23.
And is the OG.
Yeah, you a baby.
Even though we have a screenshot of her saying it was simplified, because Fenari
that ain't a baby by any means. I'm 6,000 years old. That's a baby.
Despite Fenari saying she had no clue,
I'm literally 6,024
outside of the group, let alone be altered. Some shit don't add up. You feel me? Shawty then asked Fen to make a list of the points that were actually.
That's a baby because I'm 6,024 years old, bro.
Support was made aware of the situation, which I feel like means you are planning to spread.
You're 24 last I checked. IRL Mara is 24. Mara as a demon character is 6,024. So. You're a baby.
But anyway, now I'm going to go over parts of the intervention call that I didn't touch on earlier.
Eat yogurt in front of me. The entire bit of it. You took
I can eat that. Like, I can't eat like heavy fat ice cream, but yogurt is a fine thing for me to eat.
I find it a little weird in Radia's doc. She mentions like dairy.
It's funny because like I can eat yogurt and I'm lactose intolerant and not shit my brains out. So what are they talking about?
Lactose pills or whatever. Maybe it's implied that lactose pills she takes is only effective against some dairy. Either way, it's weird she didn't at least mention it in the call. Radia then claims she did mention that Digital was going to take over for her. The girls all saying that she didn't. And Adora's dog, it says that Radia first said the upgrade is $50 more for the whole stay. Again, crazy steal. But in the call, she says that it was a night.
Is it $50 more a night, or is it $50 more an entire stay?
It was $50 more a night.
But then she quickly apologized and says she meant the whole stay and that she was being bombarded.
At the stay. I'm sorry. I'm being bombarded by 3 people.
I think it's fair to say that Radia probably did feel a bit jumped, and while I may not agree with the way the intervention was carried out, I do not think
Hi, Mara. Hi, Lulu. How are you? That's something they needed to get into. Like, why do y'all care so much about what comes out of my ass? Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, oh yeah, and you had yogurt. Okay, why do you care about how hard I shit and if it's liquid or solid? Get out of my butthole. Hello? I'm gonna be real, I skipped the medication part of Radia's doc because I felt like she never should have had to post that. Exactly that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be in there.
Afterwards with the door's actions, yeah, that shit felt like malice. But this
this shit is
in and of itself actually does feel like Project STEM wanted to just figure out what Radia was on. And just didn't approach it the right way. They do mention that Radia was supposed to reach out to Juniper for Anime North, despite saying she would. She just didn't. So, yeah. Now, do I think Radia was lost in the sauce? Yeah, a little bit. The numbers was different.
It also seems that she was, like, definitely, like, stressed out in general. But, like, also, like, I feel like this is pretty normal when you're, like, this stressed out. Because, like, she's trying to figure out how she's going to afford school. She's trying to figure out how she's going to afford, stuff for swimming. And she's trying to figure out how she's going to afford stuff for her healthcare. And she's working and doing school and streaming. So, like, when you're struggling with funds, you are going to worry about how can I grow more? How can I grow more? How can I grow more to lessen my load? You know, you're going to think about that. Like, obviously, like, it's still not good to get yourself obsessed with numbers. Especially, like, to an extent where you're, like, pushing people away. But, like, it's pretty fair to be like, how do I grow so that I can lessen my financial load so that I'm not a burden on the people around me? That's pretty average to think. That's how I feel, at least, as somebody who is low income and has been poor almost my entire life. Who is only now starting to feel a little bit, like, safe where even if things flop, I'm not worried about, this is going to, put me in the red for the month, you know? Like, I feel like that's fair. Especially when you enjoy streaming and you do want this to become a job in the long run because you are enjoying it and you do love it. It makes sense that you're going to be a little bit stressed about numbers, especially if you have a lot of financial strain in your life. That just makes sense. That's just how that works. So about not finishing the video, shut up. Shut up. I feel like some people can also underestimate how much effect that stress can have on you, mostly because everybody has their own personal experiences. Exactly this. Like, I feel like there are times where I feel like people might actually think of me as somebody numbers success because I'm very analytical and I like to pick apart why something did well or why something didn't do as well. But also at the same time, I'm not going to be stressed. And even before I was making enough money to be happy, like in streaming, even before that, I wasn't going to be stressed whenever my numbers weren't doing well for one video or one VOD or one type of game that I played or something. Because I'm like, okay, well, it might become evergreen, and when it becomes popular, or if somebody decides that they like this game, who's a bigger streamer, and people are looking for games, people who played that game, my shit is gonna be there, it's gonna be evergreen, and people can watch mine. Like, I don't stress out that much about it, because I'm like, okay, we can try again next time, we can try again next time, we can try again next time. So, I really don't get it. Even people who don't do this full-time, and don't want to do this full-time. People who do this as a hobby stress over their numbers and talk about their numbers at times. Even people who don't want to do this full-time. So, like, what are we talking about? Like, everybody talks about their numbers in content creation. It's just a thing. It's just what brings up. What gets brought up. Mara used to become a rapper? No. Because you talk, blah, blah. You talk damn fast sometimes. Stop harassing me.
We just see normal chatter until June 3rd. Radio shows her displeasure of how the ham-fisted intervention was carried out.
The pain of communication, proper communication, mind you, not just, you know, ham-fisted communication.
Yeah.
You see why I said remember hand-fisted? It all makes sense now, huh? Adora didn't really fuck with that. And as she said, it was just to let Radia know what was up. She then says that maybe she just put too much effort into the friendship and isn't fair to expect Radia to return the same energy. Kind of a weird thing to say in my opinion,
don't know.
But carrying on. She clarifies that she doesn't even dislike Radia and that they're chill. Even though 2 days later, she talked about distancing and even snooping her LinkedIn and doxing her name and LinkedIn to a third party.
That's fucking weird.
Now, she did this because another
that's
lie
auto-fucking weird.
seems to have told is about her degrees, her education. Apparently, she said she had a chemical engineering degree, which I think is one of 2 engineering degrees she talks about here. Apparently, though, in her LinkedIn, she doesn't have that listed. Instead, it's a degree in biology and a degree in environmental sciences and engineering. Also, there isn't any gaps despite her saying she worked for the government and now she does large-scale enterprise architecture and network engineering. Oh, that's a fucking mouthful.
Yeah, I went to school initially for pre-med and then that was way too expensive. So looked at my credits and went, what can we do with this? And then I went into environmental engineering and sustainability. I did biology with a concentration of microbio, and then that was also combined with like a dual major with chemistry. So that ended up getting combined on the engineering degree. So technically it's environmental and chemical engineering. It gets weird.
It sounds like she has 2 engineering degrees. Unless I'm dumb. Shadi said that she has an environmental and chemical engineering degree. Which I don't know if she means like that's one degree.
Together or separate,
2
but...
degrees, like one in environmental engineering and one in chemical engineering.
It's really not that
dumb,
deep.
Though. It does line up to what Radia said. Doesn't line up with
it doesn't really matter.
the LinkedIn, though, I will say. Granted, I haven't seen the LinkedIn for myself. We only talk about...
Yeah, because who the fuck wants to look at a fucking docs document? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, so yeah. Like, I just say take her at her word. If she isn't doing what she's saying she's doing, who gives a fuck? I mean, my LinkedIn isn't properly updated. I worked for the government at one point. I worked with the government at one point, and I don't have that on my fucking shit at all. On my LinkedIn, because I never fucking fully updated my LinkedIn because I've barely done any highly professional work that didn't require me just showing my portfolio, because I mostly have done digital marketing, even though my original major was politics, international politics. And then when I transferred schools, I decided to go into international business instead, and I got more practice in digital marketing, and I've been doing digital marketing in some way in all of my jobs for 5 years now, total. So, like, I don't have my fucking government work on my shit, because when I worked for the government, I wasn't doing marketing. So why would I have it on there?
They start off talking about the whole degrees thing and how it doesn't line up, which again, I haven't seen the LinkedIn for myself, so I'm gonna take it at face value, I guess. But Adora starts putting Radia's terminal illness into question, which since we've seen medical records of Radia, and also all the perks she gotta take, and by perks I mean like medicine that
drugs
is prescribed for a multitude of reasons. I feel like it's safe to say Radia definitely got some health issues. But this is when Adora starts to skew things. She said that Radia gaslit her into saying that a room was a $50 upgrade for an entire stay, and then later Radia said something else, omitting the fact Radia did say something else at first, then corrected herself. Now apparently Radia seemingly had an incident with actual radiation.
Oh.
Which I guess is how she came up with the same
crazy.
But when Adora asks why Ray didn't sue, Ray claimed the government would have called it classified, to which Adora calls bullshit because apparently it's public record, and then claims that Radia is most likely lying to her community about having a terminal illness she made up to
It's literally in her medical files, yeah, like it says on the screen. This shit making my head hurt. Oh my god.
And make money. Adora, you posted this doc after Radia proved that she had an illness. Why'd you even include that? It made you look a little bit worse. It made you look
like you just a lying
ridiculous.
asshole.
Now, Adora then sends Radia's real name, but then deletes it. Momo even said that
crazy.
She didn't leak any of what was said in DMs, which you kind of know.
This is her real name. You know, of all of the shit that anybody has ever done to me, I have never ever shared anybody's real names, even though I know them. I know their names. Some of them I know their fucking addresses. I know where they live. I could pull up if I wanted to. Type shit. And I have never, ever said their real names to anybody else. That's insane.
Anyways, after this conversation with Momo,
that's fucking weird.
Simply didn't want to work with Radia anymore, and claims that she had no intention on ending her career, and she regret her past actions and emotional response here, and she isn't proud of the way she spiraled. Now, not to be an actual dick, I wonder if she's only regretful due to Momo switching up. Like, if Momo never told Radia, hey, by the way, she doxed you and gave me your real name so I can check your LinkedIn, would Adora regret it at all? Also, Adora claims that Radia was also spreading shit about her, but doesn't go into detail about it. She says that people are going to talk in private when hurt.
I'm just saying, if somebody was going around spreading lies, I'm gonna go around and say, yeah, this bitch is spreading lies about me. I have done it because there have been people who have spread lies about me, and I'm going to say, yeah, this bitch is spreading lies about me. If that's talking shit, then you must be talking diarrhea. You must be talking bacterial viruses. If I'm talking shit, you must be talking decayed flesh. Cause what the fuck are we on about? Cause at least my shit is true. At least I'm telling the truth. Is Momo a common name for VTubers? Yeah.
Oh, I wish
it means
I didn't get caught. Adora then presses Radia a bit, saying that for any other criminal claims or doxing claims, prove it or press charges. Show me evidence of every wrongdoing you claim I have done, since you only have testimonial evidence and short screenshots.
But what does that have to do?
No. He's got a point.
This whole situation basically putting your bets on who sounds the most believable and who has more like people backing them up. However, in this doc, Adora kind of proves herself that she kind of skews information, at least when upset.
And
now,
especially when especially when it benefits her in the situation, she skews information.
The apology Radia provides, and that Radia and the rest of Project STEM hop in another call to basically, hash it out better. This is the call we talked about earlier where Radia was let go from Project STEM. At this point, Adora begins to have a mental decline. That's when Laserpick hits up Adora and confronts her about the document. Adora is confused and says that there was no document, claiming that she was thinking about the document Momo suggested to make, not the doc she made about the intervention that she sent with Digi. Once Adora realized, oh shit, that's what y'all are talking about, she seemingly owns up to the mistake, saying that she made the situation worse and for them to focus their ire on her. Off-Kai happens, and that's when Alicia does the intervention with Adora, and Adora goes on her hiatus, and she too also contemplating blue screen. Fortunately, that didn't happen, of course, and she reached out for help. That's when Adora then separated completely from Radia and left the D&D campaign I mentioned earlier. Adora, however, then claims that Radia was the one not willing to bury the hatchet, as third parties from certain D&D campaigns were down to help.
Radia didn't want anything to do with you. You was going out of your way to still talk about shit.
But Radia wasn't responding to anything and instead acted in silence. Adora even had screenshots of the people that were willing to help and people she even reached out to that were down to help mediate. But Radia,
nobody wanted to talk to you, and Radia doesn't owe you to talk to you when you've gone around slandering her for months.
I will talk more on things, as you have seen.
I like her design. She's cute. Even though her knockers are too big for my taste.
Stim was an org. Stim was not.
But she's very cute.
In any way, shape,
I'd draw her with slightly smaller knockers.
Not gonna lie, that seems backhanded as hell. You should have stopped talking about it after you said I'm not going to talk about it during this current moment.
But also, I feel like she's in her right to be backhanded when somebody's going out of their way to fucking lie on you. Like, you can be a little fucking, like, backhanded. You could be a little rude when somebody's disrespected you for months, and you didn't say shit for months. I feel like she's well within her right at that point. Like, once you get to that point, like, yeah, I feel like you're well within your right to be fucking rude. The video's finally over. I love him.
I think objectively, two friends had a major falling out that literally put their lives at risk, caused extreme emotional, physical, and financial turmoil. Either way you see it, I'm glad they at least breathing. Comment below what you think. If I missed something substantial, let me know, and if you can clarify something I maybe didn't understand, tell me that as well.
No.
This video is long as shit, huh? And don't go harassing any of the parties involved. Like, that feels like a thing I don't even have to, like, really...
Yeah, never harass people involved. Just unfollow and move the fuck on. Something you did! I love him. I love him so much. Guys, go follow Static right now. Yo! Great video. Great video. What the fuck, man? That's my goat. That's my goat. I love him so much. Oh, he is so talented. I love him so much. Holy shit, man. What do you think this event says about the state of VTubers, Mara? Huh. I don't know. So you watched the whole video? Shut up! Shut up! Radia said Fen apologized. Okay, that's good at least. Tomato didn't apologize, so I'm gonna follow her after. But yeah, that's crazy. Oh my god, that's so fucking egg. I can't. That's insane. Like, I would have been crashing out so much harder than she did. She better than me. She better than me. I would have crashed out crazy, chat. Like, it would have been so over for everybody involved and myself. It would have been so screwed. But yeah, overall, great video. As always, coming from Static. That's my goat. He always makes a good video. Oh my god. I love him so much. Guys, once again, please go follow Static Tokyo. That man is literally like the best person you have ever watched on YouTube. He's so good. And he always is like just so like open about everything he's talking about. So yeah, 100% with all like the proof and everything. He does everything right. So if you're gonna go follow anybody, go ahead and please follow him. He's so cool. I love him so much.